Hey everybody, here I am for my weekly live stream. And I was just running around like literally a second ago. So I hope I'm not out of breath or anything, but yeah, I was gonna get water too, but I have my tea here, so crisis averted. I'm gonna slurp it really loud into the microphone as I do. Just getting my references. I have a little, hey Rubu, how are you? I have a little Yoda meme reference, baby Yoda, I guess. Hey Friday, hey, drawing my way. How's everybody doing? Hopefully good. I'm just closing these windows now. I always like to have a backup ready to open in case I need to check something. Yeah, I've gone through it before. Okay, let me get my references to the forefront and I can start drawing baby Yoda. This is kind of a, I wouldn't really say dare, but someone was like, you should do baby Yoda, and I don't think they thought I'd do it for some reason. It's not a big deal to me, other than I guess it's kind of like an animal and I'm not great with them. Why not? I'll try it. I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Anything fun happening? I don't have anything ready. Here we go. Okay. I should put like a disclaimer. My stuff always starts so late. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this in 2 layers because there's like a forefront blanket. It's kind of a reddish color. And I'm going to have that be in a front layer here. I gotta get my opacity up. Yeah, I haven't actually seen the Mandalorian. If anyone's seen it, they should give me their opinion, their review, I guess. I can't think of the word I was thinking for. Not reference. Let's see here. Alright, and then we'll have this one here. And this is going to be like blurry in the future. So I'm just kind of presetting it up. Oh, I did this on the background layer. I did a good. No, I did a bad. It's okay. It's so early in it, I can just paste it there. Oops. Shift paste it there. Now it'll be really hard edged. That's okay. I always mess up. All I've seen are the memes. Yeah, same here. I don't know what's going on. I like, is his name Pascal Pedras? Pascal, something like that. The main actor of The Mandalorian. I think he's a good actor. I watched a show on Netflix called, I have to think of it. Narcos, that's it. And he was kind of a main character in the first couple seasons. It was a good show. He was good in it. I might make the background color a little bit darker. I'm just gonna block color it in, how I usually do. Try to get everything kind of preset up. The background might be close to this color actually. Maybe he's wrapped in a blanket. I don't know from the reference. But we'll make it a little bit darker. Alright, and then we gotta get this green skin. He does look pretty cute. I wonder if they focus grouped him. They're like, we gotta make sure everyone just like goes, that's adorable, as soon as he comes on screen. Maybe. Okay, let's make this a little bit more hard. Get these placed in. These little ears aren't really little. big little elf ears. That's a oxymoron, I guess. Yeah, give him something here. I gotta see if I can make this a little bit lighter or darker. I think darker. There we go. Gotta be able to see it. I don't want to paint on my color layer though. Where am I? Here am I. Here I am. I found myself. Yeah. Get him. Get the little green. There's not too many colors to worry about here. Just the shading will be important. I don't know if I'll be able to get him. I did a sketch ahead of time for the thumbnail. Hopefully I can kind of get the... He's like a baby, but he looks like a little old man. It's a really weird design. I'll have to think like how many wrinkles to add. I added a few references of like where his main wrinkles are. I suppose because he's got like ginormous eyes. That helps sells it. Since I think statistically babies have bigger eye proportions to their facial features than like full-grown adults or something. I don't know. Everyone just thinks of babies having big eyes, I guess. By everyone, I mean me. I guess I can only speak for myself. Let's get him painted in here. I forgot I can go behind this because that's on front. Alright, let's get a messy here. Let's go over that and then clean it up from this one since it's on top. Yeah, there we go. And then he's got a little bit more green under here where I have a little bit of a hand showing. There we go. I was gonna work on... Whoops. I clicked out of Photoshop. I don't know what was in my clipboard. I was gonna work on... I'm just blowing it now. Something else today. And then I don't know. I kind of lost the steam in my sails and I thought, yeah, I'll do this. Why not? I was gonna joking around about it. Where did I mean the hand to go? I think there should be like a line there. And then you can see his little arm in there somewhere. I'll figure it out. It's gonna be buried in shadows. But, you find Baby Yoda cute, and like how you find old people cute. Cute in an ugly way. Yeah, he's got that, like, cute ugly down. I've kind of... He makes me think of Chihuahuas for some reason. Like, I'm, like, a huge dog lover. And, you know, I just like all dogs and stuff, but, Chihuahuas are, like, cute ugly. I don't know. My sister's fiance, like, hates little dogs, and I have a little dog, so I find this a little bit of a personal insult. He calls Chihuahuas, like, ugly rats and stuff, and I'm like, they're not rats, but they are a little bit ugly. But in that way that still makes you go, oh, you're just a cutie. Alright, got this down. Now let's start putting in the shading. I did not mean to duplicate it again. Alright, you get some darker greens. We'll keep them kind of in the green color right now, and then maybe we'll switch to the yellows. Let's adjust my brushes. Yeah, I was trying to look at Yoda memes, Baby Yoda memes, right before I started this. He's kind of a funny little guy. I think this needs to be a little more gray for the shading. I start painting in the shaded areas. Like so. Maybe I should have done his little outfit separate. Nah, it's too much work. Can have some shadows around the eyes here. He's got the lightest part on his head. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Friday. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I haven't done research, so I could easily be mistaken, he has, he's a puppet in the show, so they have to probably do a lot of dynamic lighting to kind of hide the plastic and rubber look or whatever. I don't know. Alright, let's get some shading over here. He's definitely going to be a challenge for me. I don't do like old little baby elf things. But I believe in myself. Everyone believes me, I hope. And he's, yeah. Alright, so then we have, that's for the main face. He's definitely got a weird looking face. This would be in light because there's a little bulbous area here, and this will be in the light. It's kind of drawing these shadows where I marked them. Get them kind of established. There and there. And there, and get one up here. And we'll put in his eyes next. I think he has, let me see, yeah, he has got some wrinkles up here. Wrinkles over here. And some weird like triangular looking wrinkles here. I'll just sort of loosely place them in. Kind of figure out the logistics of them later. Something like that, I suppose. And then like I think there's some flat wrinkles on his head. There we go. Let's get the brown eyes in before I forget them. So he's got, I don't know, this color eye? Oh, maybe that's too saturated. This color eye? Let's try this. Turn this up a bit. And he's just got the big old eyes with barely any white. Like there's a little white in the corner here. And the doll, it's a little whiter than I think I'm going to make mine. They made it super ultra white, and I'm not in the belief of having super white eyes. I think it looks unnatural. Okay, that kind of matches the background, but we'll detail it out later. So it will be okay. And we'll go out a little bit of that white at the edge here. There we go. And a little bit over here. And there we go. Okay. Let's take a look without the sketch. Yeah, you can kind of start seeing the form of the face, I suppose. I have to, I got my cheer squad here making me feel feel good about my art. Thank you, Friday. Alright, let's get some color variations in before I detail any more. So he's got a lot of like reddish colors, I think. Little baby red. I don't know why. What being a baby has to do with the red colors. Red colors around his eyes. His nose has a little touch of it. His nose might be a little too high. I don't know. The top of his lip. I'm gonna have to detail those lips a little bit in the cheeks here. Maybe a little bit on the ears. In fact, I think you'd see we might have some like glowing through. Let's add an abundance here. Yeah, he's not just a little green guy. He's got other colors going on. Let's add a few little blues too. I think maybe. What am I doing? Hitting the wrong key. It's like, why isn't it working? It's human error. User error. A little bit of blue here and there. I'm gonna blend this in. Get it kind of pre-established. Have it marked here a little tiny bit. And a little bit over here. And then we'll have it on the top of the head. Kind of pre-established. Okay. Now let's add in the highlights to help 3Dify him, I suppose. I should have looked up like Yoda facts. I've been failing lately to get like my little trivia stuff up. I think he has like a little bit there, a little bit here. Maybe I'll come down here. Just trying to kind of block place in what I see here. That looks like a cute baby instead of a weird elvish monster. See there, and I'm probably making these highlights a little bit too extreme. I'll have to blend them in. Yeah. But he'll definitely have quite a bit here. I'm gonna have to come in later and add some fuzzy wuzzies on his head. Just like that. And like that, and a little bit down on the corners Yeah, like this, I think. I'm trying to stick to the reference, which is why I've got some hesitation. Alright, let's go back in and add some darker face shadows. Make a little more gray this time and a little more yellow. Get these in even if I have to paint over them later. He's got a tiny little pouty lip there. I'll throw that in. And yeah, keep working on the shadows. So we'll give him some more here, I think, and then a little bit up here, and a little bit over here, and a little bit here. And then I'm gonna need a shadow in here, I guess. Yoda facts. Yoda became a Jedi by the age of 100, making him the youngest for his species. Wow. They must mature really slowly. I wonder how old baby Yoda is supposed to be. I do know, like, some spoiler-ish stuff. I think that baby Yoda has the Force. I'm pretty sure that's a main point in the show. So, maybe he'll become a Jedi next. The next Jedi Master, Baby Yoda. The poor guy will never get the baby part, even when he's like old, like regular Yoda. Everyone will still be calling him a Baby Yoda. Alright, there we go. And let's add some people so he's not so soulless staring at us. I don't know if this makes it better. He's got bigger pupils than that. Let me restart on these. He's 50. Baby Yoda is 50? Oh, it's like dog ears. That's cute. I keep thinking I should get I don't really want to buy the Disney Plus, at least not yet. But I should get like the free streaming service and watch some of their stuff. But I'm also kind of like, maybe I should just wait until I get more on there. As far as I know, the only new thing they have on there right now is the Mandalorian. I've seen everything else that I want to see. All the old classics. I don't even know if they have the Fox stuff, because I know they bought Fox in the merger, a bunch of properties or whatever you call them. What is the term I'm looking for? I can't think of it, but yeah, the rights to their stuff, the Fox merger that our government was like, what's that? They own 80% of the box office? Give them more. And then Disney took over. I'm laughing, but I do low-key think that Disney's a bit of a monopoly. Which is okay, they produce nice stuff, but it's just kind of like, at some point you're like, I want variety. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a spoil sport. Okay, and then I think I had this line here for this shadow. I'm not gonna be like 100% faithful to the reference, because I never am. You kind of have to like grid that out and spend hours, and I'm just like, I want to freehand it, just looking at it a little bit. There's something too about like making your own, even if it is kind of like a from the reference, it's like still yours. At least I think. I'm not into like trying to copy it verbatim, because then I feel like, unless you're doing like for technique practices, I'm like, that was not really my work. I don't know. Just babbling. I'll have a little bit of light showing on this side too. Alright, let's double check it without the reference. Hey, it's starting to look a little bit more like Baby Yoda. I'm gonna turn down that. I'm gonna work on his mouth. Let me open a window real quick. I'm gonna do Star Wars trivia. Let's see if I can find something. Right, well, they'll tell the answers as we go. Here's something Disney.com. If it doesn't freeze my stream, it'll be good. ultimate Star Wars trivia question. It's got a billion ads on it. Where's the actual thing? Oh, it's just like... Alright, going back. You have failed me. Website. I'll try one more link, and then I'll keep drawing, and then I'll come back so you guys don't have such a long pause. I can't get back to my Google search. It's one of those things that redirects you a million times. Go. Okay. Alright, let's try usefultrivia.com instead. Star Wars trivia. I'll let that... Alright, here's one question. Adorable he looks. Impressed I am. That was terrible. That's the best I can do. Okay, which Star Wars movie was filmed entirely in the studio? Okay, it does show answers. I already looked and I got it wrong. The choices are Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, or Attack of the Clones. Okay. Yeah, so let's zoom in. I actually have to I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have to move my reference over here, I suppose. Move my chat up here. There we go. I can't respond to my chat. No, there we go. I don't usually do that anyways. Actually, let's add a few onto this front part too, so it's not all weirded out. This has some. Looks like it has some. Go back. Okay. Looks like it has some of that previous color kind of attached to the sides. Let's give it a little shave down, and then I'll repaint it out again. I don't want that weird edging. Go back to 100. And we'll just kind of paint this so it's sticking out a bit again. Like so. And like so. Okay, so the answer was, I guessed Attack of the Clones. Because I was thinking, that's not the answer, but I was thinking George Lucas. I think he was really heavy into doing the studio and the special effects and stuff. But it was not Attack of the Clones, it was Revenge of the Sith, which I also think was one of the prequels, if I've got my things right. I think it might have been the second, or the third prequel, I mean. I don't know. It says episode 3. So maybe that was... No, I'm confused. I think that's the third episode of the prequels, or third movie of the prequels. Anyways, moving on. Question number 2. Can I scroll down to it? I gotta move this up. Why won't you scroll? Oh, there it goes. Question number 2. Which of the 3 main heroes, Luke, Leia, and Han Solo, in the first Star Wars trilogy refused to sign a 3-picture deal? Your net keeps going down. Missed the question. Oh no. Well, the first one was, which Star Wars movie was filmed entirely in the studio? And it was Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And now I'm on to 2, which is, which of the 3 main heroes, Luke, Leia, and Han Solo, in the first Star Wars trilogy refused to sign a 3-picture deal? And it says Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, or they all signed. So I'm going to wait for a minute before I look at the answers. But if I had to guess, I mean, I'll say my guess in a minute. But yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know, which is probably somewhat well known now, is Mark Hamill was Luke, and Carrie Fisher was Leia, and Harrison Ford was Han Solo. I don't know if it's was. I don't think they're going to reprise the roles again. I think maybe, I don't know. Disney will bring them back as digital creations later in life. I think it was Han Solo, Harrison Ford. That's my guess. I'm gonna look. Take a look. Yep. Han Solo. Having Han Solo frozen carbonite, at least in part due to the fact that they weren't sure that he would return for a third film. Was he already doing Indiana Jones and stuff at the time? He might have been like, I don't really want to latch myself to this. I don't think he had, like, if you ever see any interviews and stuff, Mark Hamill will often speak very favorably of, you know, Star Wars and all that. I don't know about, alright, that's enough detail. I'll come back to that. I don't know about Harrison Ford. He might have just done it for the paycheck. I don't know if he had quite the fever for it. But maybe that's unfair. I don't know. Let's get... He did... I don't know the timeline. He was in Blade Runner. I don't know when that was compared to the rest of it. I don't think Blade Runner was very big in the theaters. It was like bigger after the fact. Like, not after the fact, but like afterwards it had gotten more of a cult following. Maybe. I'd have to look into all this to be sure, though. I could just be completely off the ball. Is off the ball even a saying? Probably not. Okay, let me get this going over here. It's okay if this gets blended. It's just a little extra texture. Let's get a little bit of a highlight in there so you can see this too. I'm gonna get to the point where I want to get rid of this. So yeah, a few little things I want to add. He's really open about him doing movies simply because he was paid. Yeah, I don't know. I never saw anything like that, but it doesn't surprise me. He's kind of a funny guy, but I don't know how much he ever like cared about the artwork of the movies, or you know, the artistic nature of them. Let's get a little bit in there. Tiny little shading areas here that I want to establish. I think he's got a few little wrinkles down here, a little bit here. Just trying to blend these in before I get rid of. He's got some wrinkle detail here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Mouth. It's kind of the trickiest part for me. I think there's a little tiny lip indent here. And it kind of goes into the shading part here. Okay, so maybe a little highlight there. Some of the highlights here, and then some of the shadows or the lowlights or whatever down here. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, he's starting to take shape a little bit. I guess the one other thing I want to do before I lose my... It's not actually that big a deal. I didn't detail it at all. So, never mind. I'll just kind of do that. I think I have this. It's all a little bit darker. So I'll just kind of place that color in. And then I'll get some zoom out here and grab these highlights. That'll be on his hand here. Yeah. Blurred picture of Yoda looks like a gremlin. Definitely. He's got like a weird... I guess the point in the original movie was to be like, you know, you can't judge things by what they look like. Real progressive. But he does have a weird design. Okay, what color is Mace Windu's lightsaber? I don't know who Mace Windu is. Is that Samuel Jackson? The options are green, black, blue, or purple. And if it's a normal guy, that's not evil. I would guess the green or the blue. I don't think I've ever seen a black one, although that would be fun. And I know that Samuel Jackson's was purple. Well, I'm gonna guess purple. I'm gonna guess that's Samuel Jackson, but I guess I should have waited to put my guess on, case someone else wanted to say, oh, is this, I'm doing on the wrong one. I want to get this in before I forget. Just a little bit here. And then have this be like a highlighted edge here. And then this will come in and be a little bit darker. Like that. Hey, Bucky, how are you? Having a good day, I hope. I'm attempting to draw a really cute old young baby. Old looking young baby. As Reboot said, kind of looks cute in like an old baby way. I mean an old man way. Alright, let's work on some detailing. I'm gonna work on his eyes. They'll probably feel a little more comfortable when I have something in there for them. You say you don't know if it's Sam, you'll go it's definitely purple, but you'll go with green. I'm gonna click purple. Oh, yep, it's purple. So that is, yeah, it's Samuel L. Jackson. Any other character would have definitely been green or something. It says, there's no mystical significance in the color of Mace Windu's lightsaber. Samuel L. Jackson, after a joking conversation with stunt coordinator Nick Gillard, asked Lucas if he could have a purple lightsaber, and Lucas agreed. In an interview on UK TV, Jackson said he thought it would be cool. I mean, you kind of have to give Samuel L. Jackson what he wants. If he's in your movie, you'd be like, oh, sure, sir. Whatever you want. I could definitely see that. Alright, so let's see. He's got a little bit of a pointed up area. Like this. I'll read off the next trivia in just a sec. Let me get these established so I can kind of start working them in. As I think for the next question. And then this one too. Let's see, I've established the white there. So I'll have this go kind of up and then down. Then around. Like SpongeBob would have wanted. Okay. Alright, the Star Wars Holiday Special marked the first appearance of which Star Wars character? I actually know this one. I know more Star Wars facts than I thought originally. Mostly because I saw Red Letter Media making fun of this. So maybe I can't take credit yet on being that knowledgeable. I'll reread it because I think I was laughing. The Star Wars Holiday Special marked the first appearance of which Star Wars character? There we go. That's like the trivia question voice. And yeah, I'll give it a minute, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer. Oh, the choices. The choices are Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett, Jar Jar Binks, or Lando Calrissian. Carl Rissian. I never realized it was Carl. Carl Rissian. Let's get some that reddish kind of color here. I'm gonna go around. He's definitely got some kind of like reddish aspects. Is my hardness? Yeah, I want to make sure my hardness wasn't too much. Go around here. And then there's some down here. So there's not much of an outline. I guess I'm gonna have to work that in. I should work on the shadowy parts, in fact. Get them a little bit more established. Kind of butcher put them in. Yeah, it's okay. I can work those in a little bit better. And then the same over here. Put some shadows in right under the lids. And then work them in a little bit more. I'll probably re-establish these. What's my end at? 26? I guess that's okay. And I get a little bit more color in there, or I mean whites in there. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Alright, let's get this color now laid over. Give him kind of more of a sleepy look. Oh, I got a spinning beach ball. Alright, now it's gone. Alright, and right on the edge, it's a little bit lighter, so pick up even pinker color. Hey, Annalisa, how are you? Having a good day, I hope. He's looking cute already? Thank you. So gotta find that balance. Oh, Ruby says Java, maybe? Yeah, I'm asking like Star Wars questions as I do this. The question was the Star Wars Holiday Special marked the first appearance of which Star Wars character? And I'm gonna click on it. I think it's right. Yeah, it's Boba Fett. It's like this weird cartoon part, and Red Letter Media was making fun of it. He had like a voice and everything. It's first appearance of the character Boba Fett in an animated segment of the show. The special's never been released on video, but the internet got a hold. I've never seen it. I've heard it's really boring, but it's fun to, I guess, to see other people kind of go through it and talk a little bit about it. Alright, let's get some shadows under here before I lose them. I want like a little bit. He's got like kind of baggy, under baggy eye area. Let's get this. I gotta move my microphone cord because it's over my screen. There we go. Hopefully that didn't cause noise on the line. Yeah, pick up a little bit of a lighter color. Work it in. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more here. Not like just actually a little thin part here. And then there's a shadow under here to mark it as a lid. Pick up a little bit of a darker shadow, I guess. Just kind of keep working it until it looks right. This goes up and is a little bit lighter here, and then I'm gonna bring the shadow up a bit because it's a little bit too far down. Oops, I've totally I want to get rid of this. I mean, I don't want to get rid of this extra little bag here, so let me fix that. You just woke up and your kitty came in your room to hide from the Roomba. Oh yeah, how is your Roomba? I was wondering, my sister's been she's getting married soon. She wants a Roomba for her house. I've been wondering, I've heard some people say they're good and some people say they're terrible. She has a dog that sheds like crazy. That's what she wants the Roomba for. I think she just needs to sweep. I sweep every day. Not for my dog, for my parakeets. So I think you just have to do it. You have to bite the bullet. And do it. Otherwise it's just no winning against the mess. But I might try to get her a Roomba for her birthday, or for her wedding. I need to come up with something nice. I've been thinking, I guess I could ask everyone watching, do you think it would be, like, this is an additional gift, tacky to do like a digital painting of my sister and her fiance for the wedding? Would that be like a weird thing to give? I was thinking about looking through some of their photos and doing something like that. But it'd be something I want to start on a lot earlier than, than my usual like 2-hour and I'm done kind of drawings. So I probably have to start on it. They're getting married in August, so I probably have to start on it, you know, a couple months ahead of time. It's always good, I think, when you're doing something like that, to have like extra time like in between. So you work on it and then you leave it for a month and then you come back to it and you'll have like a much clearer eye on what's gone wrong, if anything. We like it a lot. You just have to not watch them because they seem like they won't get everywhere, but they do in the end. Do it. It's personal and wonderful. That would be sweet. You think so? I hope it's not like creepy, but I'm glad you guys think it would be good. You've given me the confidence. I'll at least draw it up, and then, and then if I chicken out later, I'll at least have drawn it up. Maybe I'll do like a special somewhere. No one from my family watches my streams. So I could like work on it during a stream sometime and see if people can come in and pick it apart. Tell me what they think looks bad. And what looks good. Alright, I don't know how blended to make this. He's got, looking at the reference, he's got really a blended look here, so I guess I'll kind of work it in like that. Something like that. Alright, and then let's keep working on this blending. If anything I'm going to get wrong, it's going to be these front little pieces. They're kind of detailed. So he's got something here. He's got a line that goes down here. I'm going to try to blend out a bit because I've made these all a little bit too strong. Yeah, so he has this curvature above his eye. I've lost all my dark pieces to pick from. Okay. So this curvature above the eye, and then he's got like another one coming down into this area, which is going like this. So I'm just trying to like eyeball block this in. It's definitely a strange strange looking little design. Yeah, and then this needs to all be blended in a little bit more. Something like that. Then he's got quite a pronounced shadow here. I think like this. Yeah. Alright. Not quite right yet, but it's looking a little bit more like the reference. I'll have to look into Roombas. Do you have the actual Roomba brand, or is it like one of the other ones that came after the knockoff brands? I'm just curious what you have and what works and stuff. Okay, let's ask another question. What actor pulled out of episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, when he discovered that non-union actors were being used in the films? I have no idea on this one. The choices are Mel Gibson, George Clooney, Gary Oldman, or Gary Coleman. I'm trying to remember who Gary Coleman is. I know everyone else but him. You have the actual brand? Okay. I get one, I'll get the actual brand. It's probably the, I don't know, tried and tested one. I think it'd be a nice little, like, I never got them a homewarming gift or whatever that's called when they got their house. I always felt kind of bad, like, that I didn't get her anything. So I was gonna try to get her something really nice for her wedding. I know those aren't, I don't know, no vacuums are cheap, so I think it would be something nice, like, not like an impulse buy thing that you would get for yourself, but something that you might want. Yeah. Alright, then let's blend this in. Let's see, I'm gonna have a little bit up here, and a little bit. I'm losing track of what I'm drawing in. Okay, this thing here. Yeah. And then there's actually another one like comes right above it. Highlight, I mean. Your guess is Mel Gibson? I'll click on that one because I have no guess at all. Oh, it was Gary Oldman. It wasn't. You got to click on the ones until they just say X. Otherwise, Gary Oldman. He was Sirius in the Harry Potter series. I don't know what else he's. I mean, he's been in like a ton of stuff. For some reason, it's the first one that comes to mind. Let me see. Get that a little more rounded. blend this in a little bit more. Alright. Starting to look a little bit. He's got one eye that's bigger than the other. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go into liquify and fix it. This one is, I guess it's the right facing eye, but that's his left eye. Oops, got the wrong setting. Uh oh, did it freeze? No, did my tablet freeze? No. Oh, now I've got the spinning beach ball. Okay, let me see. I hate how much lag there is between like the live stream when it takes to chat. I need to, I don't know, I need to try low latency or something. I have all the default settings, but yeah, it looks a little bit better. Alright, let's see about the next question while that's saving. Who is the only non-Jedi in the original Star Wars trilogy to use a lightsaber? Chewbacca, R2-D2, Han Solo, or Princess Leia? I think... Hey, Mexicano11, how are you? I think there might be a scene where Han uses Luke's lightsaber to, like, butcher, like, a snow creature thing? Or is that something else that I've seen? That's what I think of, but I'm not 100% sure. He's got a real button nose, doesn't he? It's kind of cute. That adds to that baby factor. With that little tiny button nose. I always get distracted like, I'm gonna finish the eyes. Button nose. That's okay. Let's see. I can work on his mouth while I'm down here and then I'll go back to the eyes. And I'm not like, I don't know, like there's some people who will like completely finish like an entire part of the portrait, like the first half top inch before they move on. I've always been someone with like ADD and like just skips around and does what they want. Let's bring this down a little bit actually. Give his eye bags a little more room to be. Let's blend that in so it's just a faint line. And give a little highlight. Something looks a little flat here, so I'm gonna put a highlight there. Yeah. That's it. You forgot. Let me click here. It's Han Solo. Yeah, it is Han Solo. I probably should wait to guess because of the lag. It takes a while. I'll take a quick drink here. Okay. Next question. What character did George Lucas consider making... Am I allowed to say this word? I'll say little person. What character did George Lucas consider making a little person? The options are Jar Jar Binks, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, or Princess Leia. I'm gonna eliminate Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker off the bat because I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be like the attractive young talent. So either Chewbacca or Jar Jar Binks. I don't know which one. Maybe Jar Jar because I'm pretty sure Lucas put out that... I just realized that Lucas named the main character Luke. I wonder if that was like on purpose or if... I don't know. I mean, it probably was. Okay. Jar Jar or Chewbacca. I'm gonna... Maybe I'd guess Jar Jar. I'll see what other people guess. Because I just said I was gonna wait on my guesses. And then I didn't. You think Jar Jar too? Yeah, I think I started saying, and I lost track, that he was pretty prominent about Jar Jar just being like a toy, put in the thing to be like a marketable toy for kids, and then all the adults hated him. I don't know. He had some racist undertones. The poor actor who played him came out about it, like how mean people were. Star Wars fans can be rude, man. Chewbacca, Jar Jar. Okay, You think you failed? Let's see. Maybe you're right. Oh, it wasn't Jar Jar. And it wasn't Chewbacca? It was Luke Skywalker. What? I think I biased everyone's answer by saying, well, we gotta eliminate them first. At one point, Lucas planned for the character of Luke Skywalker, along with his aunt and uncle, to be, it says midgets. I would say little people for a little more PC term. According to some sources, Leia's line, when Luke rescues her, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?" is remnant of this story idea. That is bizarre. This is like something they made up afterwards to be like, yeah, we were gonna do that. Trust us. Yeah, maybe it was true. Oops, I'm on overlay. I gotta be careful with what I do. Let me get some light in these big baby eyes. I don't want to do these like I don't know. Let me turn down the opacity and I'm just gonna start like working little lines in. I don't like the big blobbish approach. Turn this down, start adding these littler lines in. Give it kind of that like what's that texture called? Iris. Yeah, that's crazy though. That Luke was gonna be a little person. I mean, it would have been a whole different tale. Call it fun size. It makes me think of that movie Willow. For some reason. I don't know why. Just the random association. Huh. Well, I learned something strange and new today about Star Wars. Let me get some dark lines mixed in too. Whoops. I always hit my... There's like a button on my stylus that I've never used in my life. I probably should have learned how to use it years ago, but I never did. And I always hit it instead. I just keep one hand on the keyboard. I think a lot of people will use their stylus. I've just never been talented enough for that. Alright, let's get one little darker shadow in here. Alright, that's probably too much actually. We'll do the light part next. I'm gonna make a new layer in case I mess this up because there's pretty detailed light parts in here. Okay, let's go to color dodge and lay in some. I'm gonna make sure I'm on 0 too. Lay in some areas for the light. Okay, and we'll lay in some shapes for the light to go over. According to the reference, he has like kind of a bended light look like this. Okay, and then we'll go back to normal. Turn our white way up. Kind of get this. Oh, that's way too much. But this a little bit less. Alright, like that. Gonna have to blend these in. I don't think I've ever done such big eyes. Let's see. Oh, I can. There we go. Being all precise. Alright, he looks really weird right now. Let me redo this last one. So you're a little off. Alright, so we're gonna turn our white down now. And we're gonna kind of blend in these highlights so they don't look like random light splotches. Do my best here. And then kind of streak them up a bit so they're a little more random. This did not turn out. Let me look at it after a minute. Some of it's because it's not over... Where's my smudge tool? I'm gonna move these over a little bit. Yeah, I'll do liquefy instead. Let's see, what is another question while that's loading. Who served as Jabba the Hutt's chief of staff? I have no idea on this one. The choices are Bib Fortuna, Maze Kanata, Sarlacc, or Newt Gunray. I think Maze Kanata is a character in the new movies. But maybe she used to be? I don't know. Well, I forgot what I was doing. I'm in Liquify. I'm gonna move these a little bit over the pupil more. Let's see. Okay. Now let's try blending them in again. Especially these like tail ends of it. So that there's like a tapered effect. I think. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is why I don't do animals. You have to get the light in their eyes so precise for it to look right. Alright, now he has, I can tell by the preview, he has like no light left, but it does look a little better than the streaky whiteness. So I'm gonna blend this one in, and then we'll go in and try to bump up the white again. You don't know Mexicano? I don't either. I'm gonna click. Let's pick a random one. Let's see. Was it Sarlacc? That looks like a nice. Oh, looks like that's a nice villain name. How about Bib? Bib Fortuna was the answer. He was a male Twi'lek. I don't know what that is. Who handled all of the day-to-day operations at Jabba's palace. Oh, was Jabba royal? I don't know. He had Jabba the Hutt. I guess Hutt is what he was, not what he lived in. Let's get my color dodge up. See if I can brighten these eyes up a little bit. Alright, I don't know how well the highlights look. They look a little funny in the reference too. But I'm gonna leave them. I think the smaller they are, the better they'll look. I'll come back to them if I don't like them later. One more thing before I move on. I want to add a little blue to the color in here too. So I think that'll... You usually see blue light reflected in the eyes. Obviously it's going to depend. But yeah. Okay. I can add a little more blue to him. Maybe not that high a percentage. A little more blue to him to kind of reestablish that blue. I've missed some section of his ear here, I can see. And we'll get some blue on the blanket a little bit in between the yellow. And even maybe a little on this top one. Hey Neri, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend. Alright, we got some blues. Oh. Hit my microphone stand. You think it looks cute Friday? Thank you. Okay, let me look at the next question. I'm asking trivia questions about Star Wars every time I need to save it so it doesn't lag. You could probably see it flashing. That's like, it does that on my actual computer. I think there's like, my computer has a really old graphic card from like 2011. And like Photoshop is like, why is this what I'm working with? So it flashes every time I save. Okay, so next trivia question. Approximately how many languages can 3CPO speak? Well, there's... The first option is 6 trillion, which sounds unheard of. 6,000, 6 million, 6 billion. I don't know. I'll wait before I guess my answer. But, alright, let's see. I'm just trying to decide. I think I'm going to fix this ear before I do anything else. Oop. I'm going to pull in, so behind this clipping mask I'm going to put some color. Kind of patch it. And now as I work on it, I'll have something to work on. The clipping mask only shows, like, it only colors what's underneath it, so that's why if I have black it only hits the data underneath. That's why I did it. Hey, Kazuko? I'm always mispronouncing names. I'm sorry if that was wrong, but how are you doing? you're having a good day and a good weekend. Alright, so let's add some detail to the ears while I'm blown out here. Give them some shading. Kind of give a crisper shade here. We'll thin it out so it looks like it's right on the edge of the ear rather than inside. Okay, so the question, approximately how many languages can 3CPO, oh that's hard to say, 3PO speak? And I'm gonna guess that 6 trillion is too much, so let's go with 6 billion, because 6 trillion is like unimaginable to me. Oh, I was wrong. Let's guess 6 trillion. Nope. 6,000? 6 million, the last one I click. Alright, well that's a little more reasonable. You're doing good? I'm doing good. Thank you. Just trying to do a little soft baby Yoda. Alright, let's see what this says. In episode 6, Return of the Jedi, the growls and sounds of the Rancor in Jabba's palace were actually made by what animal? The choices are Dachshund, Panther, Wolverine, or Pigeon. I didn't know there were like actual animals in the universe. That's funny. Okay, I was gonna do the ears and then I got distracted by this. Blending this in. I didn't actually mean to move on to the next one. I thought I was reading the answer to the other one, but that's how it worked out. Okay, so the ears are what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up these. I might actually, let me go down to this layer. I might actually blur these so there's like a bit of forced perspective in the reference I'm using. I don't want to make that too pointy. Oops. Clean this edge up here. This one looks a little bit better. Kind of straighten that one out a bit. And then I'm going to go in with this color at 100%. And kind of straighten this little bit out here. Oh, am I on 0 hardness? Let's get a little bit more. So I can create a little harder of an edge. What's going on here? Okay. Just making sure. And then we'll get this light color. And, oops, let's go on to 0 hardness here. And less opacity. Kind of blend in this edging here so it's not so noticeable that I fixed it up. Give a little bit of a light highlight here too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have this area kind of sticks out a bit as being like wrong somehow. I think he's got some wrinkles in him now that I look at it. So we'll put some detailing here. He's got this going here, and then we'll have the pale lights cracking over it. And then we'll move that color in. Gotta create some kind of side edge to the face. I get like a darker color in here. And then you can see like a little touch of the ear there or something. I'll keep working that in. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so the question in episode 6, Return of the Jedi, the growls and sounds of the Rancor in Jabba's palace were actually made by what animal? I'm gonna guess, for comedic, I'm gonna guess pigeon. Oh, I was wrong. Wolverine? Dachshund? Oh, well I guess that would make sense for Hollywood to get the Dachshund. It says, the growls and sounds of the Rancor and Jabba's the Palace were actually remixed from an audio recording of an aggressive dachshund. Oh, I misunderstood the question because I'm a dummy. I thought they were like in the movie. Everyone thought there was a rancor, and then it turned out to be something else. I got it. It's a sound mixing question. Oh, that's funny though. Alright, let's get some shading. What am I doing? That's the eraser. I was like, why isn't it working? Let me see here. Let's get some shading put in back here. Kind of where it's going to be the darkest. There we go. There's some fine wrinkle details around the corner of the eyes that I'm honestly a little bit afraid to tackle, but I guess you just gotta jump in. So we'll put them in like this, kind of work them in a little bit like that. It'll just be a hint of them for now. Oh boy, CenturyLink, skip. I don't want this ad. Alright, the next question. Which bounty hunter in The Empire Strikes Back is wearing an old costume from a Doctor Who episode? This is getting way too deep into the fandom. I don't know any of these answers. Okay, let me see. Let me, I guess I was gonna work on the ears because they were looking kind of janky. I like to kind of take breaks and not just like constantly work, because sometimes you like start putting stuff in without realizing that it's not it's not right or whatever. Let's get this a little bit more worked in. Yeah, then we'll blend these hard edges in. So it looks like there's a bit of a ear canal thing there. And it goes up and there's a little bit of cartilage visible. And then we'll kind of expand that ear canal shadow a little bit inwards that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring it up a little bit too. There's a little bit of light that I want peeking through right there though. So I'll just kind of put a balance in there. I'm gonna push the shadow there. I want to have a little bit of contrast play. Let me pick up a lighter color, put it in there. There we go. Now we'll get some shading here. BG? I don't know what that means, sorry. Trying to get like a little bit of the edge of the ear kind of shown a little bit, and there's shadows right there. There we go. That's a little better. We should add shadow here because it clips off. Yeah, we'll just throw it in like that. And he could actually use a little bit of blurring, because that's kind of a sharp edge. So I'm just gonna go over it with that blur tool a little bit, even though I might actually go in later and I'll do the same thing over here. Do a little bit of Gaussian blur. Oh, did I ever even give the choices for this trivia? Which bounty hunter in The Empire Strikes Back is wearing an old costume from a Doctor Who episode? IG-88, Dengar, Bosk, or Boba Fett. I don't think Boba Fett wears clothes. I'm just gonna guess Dengar. Nope. IG-88. Nope. Bosak or Bosk or whatever. Look up the Doctor Who episode The 10th Planet to see a pilot dressed just like Bosk. Let's look it up. The 10th Planet pilot. How do you spell pilot? And then Bosk. Let's just do a Google search here. I'm sure someone else has put this in. Alright, yep. Here we go. Let me, I don't think you can view image anymore, can you? I'll open this and I'll show people. I'm sure that everyone's dying to see. Here we go. This is what was reused. It's interesting. Little dinosaur guy stole his spacesuit. Alright, that was a fun little diversion. From little baby Yoda. Okay. I gotta close that window now. Yeah, it's time to start putting finishing touches, I think. I'm going to maybe I'll add like a little bit of a texture on this blanket. Let's see if pick something. Maybe this one? Let's play around with my brush settings a bit here. I don't know about transfer. Yeah, we could do transfer with a opacity jitter and stuff. Alright, let's blow this up. And we'll put a little bit of texture. We'll put this on overlay. Oh, Photoshop crashed. When was the last time I saved? Oh no, it didn't crash, thank goodness. I double clicked the window and it minimized and I was like, no, we're good, we're good. Technical genius on our hand. Okay, let's do overlay and not accidentally double click it. Where'd it go? Here it is. That's like one of my fears when I first started this. Like Photoshop doesn't crash a lot. It would be a bummer if it crashed during the stream. But we're good. And then pick up this color. Put some in here. Just wanted like a little bit of texture on this blanket. Since it's right now, it's a little bit smoothy smooth. And we maybe, whoops, I have to be on this layer. Maybe throw a little bit in here. Because we're gonna blur this anyways. I'm actually gonna do a different texture too. Let's do this one. I like this brush a lot. For some reason, it's my go-to. Let's get spacing a bit. Yeah, and then we'll do a little bit of angle jitter. And then we'll blow this up and give it some more kind of detailed texture in the blanket areas here. Give it some highlights with the texture. I guess I'm on, oh no, I am on overlay. Okay. I don't want to go too crazy. I want to, yeah, get something like that. And then we'll do a filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Yeah, you can just kind of see the texture, but it's still all blurred out. That's a good setting already. Okay, let's do something for the background. I guess I can ask another trivia question. In Return of the Jedi, Jabba refers to Han as his favorite what? And the options are prisoner, knick-knack, decoration, or scoundrel. I have a guess, but I'll wait. Alright, let's add some... Actually, let's add... Yeah, we can do this brush. I'm gonna add some, like... I don't know, texture stuff in the background here. Throw in some, like, maybe, like, highlight shadow looks, like there might be a blanket or something behind him. And then we'll do another blur on this. Get some kind of really dark shadow maybe in the back here a little bit. And behind his ear here. And then we'll have like a little light wrinkle. Alright, I'm gonna also desaturate it a bit, I think, because right now it's a little too close to the blanket. Maybe we can make it a little darker too. So it's not like right with the blanket. And then we'll do the same blur, same settings. Yeah, there we go. Little baby Yoda. I'll add some light effects when I finish up here. Yeah, let's go in right now actually and add some light effects. So I'm gonna pick a brush. Let's go overlay with yeah, blue, I guess. Actually, not overlay. Let's go color dodge. And we're just gonna play around and get those highlights popping a little bit. Let's turn it way down though, because color dodge could be a beast of a tool. Ross Draws, if anyone's ever seen him, really likes color dodge. It's good, but I kind of like overlay better for the most part. Get hand a little more highlighted. Let's work on a little bit of highlights here. I always choose blue instead of white because I think it gives it like a blue light look. I don't know. It's my thought. I didn't do the wrinkles over here. I did some wrinkles over here. Get that detail in a second. Let's add a little highlight on the eye area here. A few little areas here. Little dots. One right on the nose tip. You have a little cute nose tip. Maybe that's a little too bright. Yeah, something like that. A few on the knuckles. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's see what the answer was. In The Return of the Jedi, Jabba refers to Han as his favorite what? My guess is scoundrel, but maybe that's just what I would say. Am I a secret Jabba the Hutt? Maybe. Let's see. Scoundrel? Oh, I was wrong. Prisoner? Knick-knack? Why is it always the last one I pick? The favorite decoration. Okay, this must be after he's been in the frozen in the whatever that's called. Let's see. Jabba hangs the frozen smuggler on the wall of his palace and calls Han his favorite decoration. What is that stuff called? Carbonite? Yeah. Oh well. Alright, good. Let me go in with multiply now and do the same thing I did with the shadows. I mean the highlights, but now with the shadows. And kind of boost them up a bit. Certain areas, nothing like adding a little cheap shading, like using these little tools in Photoshop. This is why I'm terrible with real life stuff. You gotta like plan this all out from the beginning. And with Photoshop you're like, man, this could use dimension, let me just quickly cheese it. Prisoner. No, that's a good guess. It was close. Get a little bit more here on the ears. Maybe a little bit here. Kind of define this area a little darker. I messed up his mouth a little bit. I see it now. I'll go in and add that little detail a little bit more. And the fingers here too. There we go. I don't know when the last time I saved it was, but it adds a lot more dimension to do that. So I'm a cheater with that stuff. Okay, I think I'm gonna go back to normal brush. I'm gonna add a few little details I missed. Then I'm gonna blur his ears a little bit. We'll do like a tricky thing there. So first he should just have a light color on the top lip here, it looks like. So I might blend that in. I think that'll add, before that he was a little gorilla mouth. This will add a little bit more detail in the right way. He also has a tiny bit of a Cupid's bow. I just saw on the reference. If I can get it symmetrical. And then we're gonna go a little bit darker on this bottom lip. It's kind of the reverse of what a human would look like. Hey, Rusmix. How are you? I never checked Discord now that I think about it. We should talk, and we should come on to each other's streams again now that you're back. Gonna add a little bit here. Let's see. I've been kind of like meaning to check Discord, but I have like a weird thing where I kind of have to answer some questions and stuff. So I've been sort of avoiding it. I'm so bad at that. I'm also gonna redo my like art feature. Just kind of get some of these in. Let me turn my brush down so I'm not just butchering this right in. And smooth these wrinkles out of it. Yeah, something like that. Just get some wrinkles over there. And it's almost 2 p.m. It's so hard to contact you. I know, the best way is through email. Usually is what I tell people. I do check that more frequently. Actually, this last week has just been really weird though, because I've been out more than usual. That's it. That's my problem. I need to just drag my computer around so I can check it more often away from my desk. Okay, let's do the usual little thing where I add a little bit of a light in the corner of the eyes. I think this really helps. For some reason, it's like a magic touch kind of thing. So we're gonna add it's a little baby Yoda. He's gonna get a few little highlights right in the corner of his eyes. This should actually be darker here. There. And yeah. One thing before I blur him. I've been trying to catch you on your live stream. As you can see, it's 3 a.m. on my side. Oh. Here, well, I was just gonna say I'll give you my email, but I guess you know it. I'll make sure I'll go on to Discord and see what you've said to me right after this. Yeah, I stream on Saturdays. It might be Sunday for no, I guess it is because it's 3 a.m. And I've been streaming on Twitch somewhat too. Let me close this. Okay, so I'm gonna do some fuzzies on him. I'm gonna do them on another layer so I'll have a little more control over editing them. And just kind of put some fuzzies in. We're gonna have the ones in front here be a little bit bigger. I don't know how else to do them other than by hand. I could do a couple of fuzzies that come off his ears too a little bit. But yeah, we could do some streaming if that's what you want to do. Do like an art off and stuff to have some fun drawings. I always have to do it on other people's streams though. I can't ever figure out how to get like it's the audio from other outside streams on YouTube on OBS. I can't ever get it to work. It's like you have to add your desktop audio and it never shows up for me, and I'm like, why? Where are you? It's the kind of problems I have. I think it's I might have to shape back some of these. I'm gonna probably actually blur them a little bit too. It's always kind of like when you mark with hard brushes, even if your softness is all the way down, your hardness is all the way down. It always looks a little more firm and hard. I reply once a week. I'll be better about it. Yeah, if you wanna have you emailed me? Did I miss an email from you? I'll check my Discord though. But yeah, we can collab. Like, just tell me a time and date, and I'll tell you if it works for me or not. You can do it on the email if you don't want to do it right here. Alright, that's a few little fuzzy details. Now I'm going to go with the white, kind of add some more. A few little tiny ones around. Like so. Yeah. Maybe we'll go up a little bit more, down in opacity. And gonna throw some little fuzzies. Whoops. But I'm in smarter than that. Throw some little fuzzy areas around the top here. And then over here, a few little fuzzies. You Discord, because you said that's how to communicate with you. Did I say Discord? I'm really surprised. I usually say email. I'm sorry if I said Discord. Maybe I was confused. Discord is how I do like live talking. But blur, Gaussian blur. I'll be sure to check my Discord more. Some of it's like I never have anything new on it, so it's like it's just blurred a little tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, there's just one little thing I see on him, and then I'll do finishing touches. Yeah, I don't mean to be frustrating, Rusfix. I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean to like ghost you or anything. I'm just really, I don't know. I think everyone modern day has like smartphones. And I won't gripe about it because I know I have in the past, but it's like a really different thing having a smartphone and being able to communicate via that and having to like be a computer. I have I don't know. Let me feather these ears a bit. I come up here, feather them. Actually, I don't want that. I want it like that. And like this. And I don't want any on the head, so I'm going to subtract that. And as soon as it starts to it's still saving. Okay. Filter. Oh, actually, wait. Feather. Feather. Like 200. And filter. Blur. Whoops. Get these by the right layer. Yes. Does that do anything? I think I just need to bump it up a little more. Probably about there. Yeah. Just a little bit of blurring in. There we go. So it's a little bit more of like a forced perspective. I'm living in the 70s. I know, I'm just poor. I'm so poor. I can't afford a smartphone. That's my greatest sadness in life. It's one of my greatest sadnesses. One of these days. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the finishing touches here. Overlay. And I've almost got one, but then I ended up giving it to my dad because, I don't know. I thought he could use one probably more than me. That's about all of there is to that. Okay, let's get the blue actually, because I've been going with kind of a blue look. Let's see what that looks like. Let me see here. And then we'll turn it down so it's not such a blended thing. Yeah, add a little bit of blue to that. Add a little bit of red to the bottom. I like that kind of contrast. Maybe even a darker red. Maybe next time you'll write letters. Send me a message in a bottle. I'll check now that I need to check more. I'm just a mess. Everyone pity me. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of like a finishing light touch there. With feather pens, yeah. Get a quill pen and dip it in. Yeah. I think I'm about done with him. Looks a little silly. It looks like the main... I think I drew him a little too oval. He's a little more rounded in the actual picture, but this is like flat Baby Yoda. But yeah, so Mix, if you want me to go on to Discord, I'll go on right after this. But for now, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you everyone for coming by and keeping me company and watching me attempt to draw Baby Yoda. It's not bad, but it definitely doesn't look like the actual Baby Yoda. It looks like more like normal Yoda in his like mid-teens. Maybe he's like 200 years in this one. He looks adorable. Thanks, Rubu. Yeah, I might put like a poll up in my whatever that's called, community outreach or whatever, and see if there's some better times people might like me to stream. Because I've heard I think a lot of people come on when it's like 2 in the morning. But it's like morning for me. I mean, right now it's 1:06 p.m. Anyways, I'm babbling. Thanks everyone for coming by and keeping me company, and I had a fun time. So take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in my next stream.